All right, what up, gamers? That's from Danny, by the way. So. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's up again, Optical 20. This is an impromptu stream. I'm being joined by the crew of the In and Out guys, Mario and Money Mendes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's up?
Dude, I'm excited, man, because they're gonna have their pilot episode. When is it gonna be, guys?
We're looking to premiere it on Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. See there, guys.
So if you guys are Pacific time, so that is 8 p.m. It's around 6 p.m. here, but just check it out. You know, you can always find it on replay. No, it's not live. So it's not live yet, right?
No. This is pre-recorded. This will be on the Collecting Weekly Network. Check it out there.
Cool.
So,
matter of fact, let me put it here.
So yeah, I want to say straight up, man. Thanks for having us on tonight, Optical. Yeah, we're excited to talk about the show a bit. We know what we're all about.
Yeah.
And, all right. So for anyone who's not familiar yet, well, you should be by now, but it's out there.
Yeah, really.
So I put the link right here. So it's on a Collecting Weekly YouTube channel, but they have like their own shows in there. So definitely check it out on Friday. All right, let me just address the chat real quick. Oh, look at this guy. Who's this guy? Danny Lee.
I have no idea who that is.
Dude.
Some new guy.
Some new guy right here. And JB, what's up, JB? Comics. What's up? Hoping for some releases tonight. I hope so too. Sometimes they drop it around this time, so you never know. We'll see. Brian, you're in a blackout, nearly 30 hours without power.
Man. Oh wow. Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Dang.
I hope you're not in a cold place, because that would suck. John, what's going on, John? Caesar's in the house as well. All right, so let's start off with some well, there's not a whole lot of news, guys, lately. So
no, not much going on, buddy.
It's been quiet. So what you guys been up to, Mario?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at getting this show together, man. So first off, I'm Mario. You may see me in the chat every now and then, all over the place on different channels. And my co-host Eddie Mendez, we both host the Ins and Outs of Collecting on the Collecting Weekly Network. So you can check us out there. We plan on going for right now Fridays, at least once a month on Fridays. We're trying to see if we can put enough content together to go bi-weekly. You know, but for right now, we just want to kind of ease it in a little bit. Our first show was pre-recorded, so we're gonna have a premiere party, watch party, this Friday. So if y'all can come check it out, I would really appreciate that. You know, come check us out.
Premiere party. I like the sound.
Come to the party,
dude. I like parties. How about you, Money? Anything going on with you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm excited for our show to go live too. I think it'll be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty different from what's out there right now, I guess. I guess if we give everybody a little spoiler, it's what In and Outs of Collecting is gonna be. What we're thinking it's gonna be is me, Mario, checking out some shops local to California. So this first episode, we're checking out Frankensons, and then from there, we're gonna be checking out, like, you know, comic shops in my area, comic shops in Mario's area. We're gonna be going to Disney. We're gonna be checking out everywhere. So should be pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, we're also looking at other places too, like what Eddie mentioned. Our next, well, eventually, we're looking at somewhat of a Disney trip, or at least whatever's open here in California, along the premises. But I mean, who knows? We may expand to other theme parks or other types of specialty shops around here that we want to check out, and we just want to share with the community. So anyone who comes on out to SoCal or anywhere in Cali in general, you know, y'all got someplace to check out.
Damn, I know we got some California guys in here. It looks like Brian is from in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know JB's California as well. So, man, when COVID is done, maybe, you know, y'all can do a huge meetup or something. That'll be fun. Because I know in California there's a lot of things to do though, you know, especially collecting wise. I mean, Frankensons itself is
massive. Yeah, there are things. I mean, it's kind of inconvenience right now. I mean, considering there's only so many people out in the building, that comes with wait times and this and that. And as far as the parking over there, that place is already insane already. But I don't want to give away too much that we're going to discuss on the show. But
Do
I
it,
mean, but yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff out here, man. And we just want to take you guys along with us, show you guys what's up.
dude. I can't
Hell,
wait
we might
to be over,
we might
man.
stop by In and Out by itself too.
In and out.
We might stop at In and Out also. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, man. So we'll dive into your channel a little bit later on too. So let's get into some at least the few figures or statues that's been out here. Um, I know Eddie. This is one of
Oh
your
yeah.
requests right here. Uh,
Oof. Ooh. All right.
apparently, so I have no idea what this is, but apparently it's a third party statue,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Tomb Raider, which is
Two.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
That's
That's
Laura?
Laura Croft. Laura Croft right there.
here.
I couldn't figure out what actress I saw in this face, but it definitely was not
How can you
Natalie
make out an
Portman.
actress in that face?
Exactly. That's what it's. Well, that's what I thought it was supposed to be, man.
But this is supposed to be from Star Wars, right?
This is Padme
Padme.
from Episode 2.
I mean, interesting outfit as well. It's kind of like torn and
Yeah, when they're fighting in the pit
yeah,
on that planet. I forget the planet, and she's fighting like that tiger monster.
Yeah, they're on this planet Geonosis, and they're in some sort
Yeah,
of
there you
arena
go.
trying to survive while these monsters are just chasing them down. So
Because
she ends up getting some of her shirt ripped off like that, and that's the thing. But yeah, this is a statue by NYC Collectibles, the third party statue maker, unlicensed, I want to say also. But I mean, this aside, they make some pretty kick ass stuff, dude.
yeah,
I mean,
actually, I think this is the first like statue that they've put up in a while where people actually had some like
right.
feedback for it in like a bad way. Like they didn't like that sculpt. Before this, they had knocked out of the park some statues. Like they did a TIE fighter, right, Mario?
They
In
did
the
a TIE
black
fighter
suit.
pilot. They did a
They did.
Cad Bane
Yeah,
that
Cad
just looks
Bane looks sick.
amazing.
Yeah.
All kinds of. They did a couple bounty hunters here and there. But yeah,
They
their
just
stuff
did
usually
that.
tends to sell out pretty quick.
They just did that. Sith with the two lightsabers and like the hair and the spikes. I don't know her name. She's from one
Yeah,
of
I
the
don't know her
games.
name either, but yeah, for
Um,
sure, I know
yeah,
exactly who you're talking
they do
about.
some great statues. I know they love these statues. Star Wars collectors. So.
Hmm.
so Eddie, are you gonna get this?
Oh, dude, I don't know if I'm ready to jump into like unlicensed stuff. You know what I mean? Like even just licensed stuff is a big leap.
Mhm.
Uh,
You mean
but yeah, that's a
statue
whole
wise?
nother game.
You mean statue wise or just?
Yeah, statue wise. I got a lot of third party like 1/6 scale stuff, but
Mhm.
statue wise, I might just stick with license for a while. I don't think to me I like the statue, but to me the face needs to be Padme. I think when they originally released this, they had like they didn't they weren't exactly saying it was Natalie Portman. They were just releasing it as Padme, and I think people had a negative reaction to that because they want to see Natalie Portman in the face. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Is
they
it
actually came
intentional though,
out.
or is is it intentional that they don't really want to capture
Yeah,
the
I
face?
think that I think for them it was intentional that they were kind of just like taking their own liberty with the face and just designing it how they wanted. But I think that most people wanted Portman, so they ended up putting out a statement saying they were gonna
They're gonna
take
read.
a look at it and redo it.
How about you, Mario? You know you're a Star Wars guy. So
I am a Star Wars guy, man. But I mean, the statue game out here. First of all, I'm in Southern California, man. We're in earthquake country, man. And me and statues, I'm not comfortable picking up something like this. I mean, I can admire this from afar in someone else's collection,
but there's also
but
like a shortage of Padme, right? Like as far as not just
Oh
Padme,
yeah,
1/6 and
yeah, there's not that much
yeah.
product out there with Padme.
I think there's some Gentle Giant stuff. Um, I don't know. I don't exactly know what they have out there, but I think there's a bust like those 1/7 scale busts they do, and I
Hmm.
think it's of Clone Wars, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's right. She was in there too.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is around how much does it cost? Like around 800.
No.
Probably.
Is it
No,
800? I think
I
it's
I
like
didn't get the
closer to
price, man.
6, but yeah, I don't know the price either.
Damn,
Yeah,
600.
I mean 600 ain't that bad for this is a quarter sale piece, right? And
Yeah.
typically something like that will go like about what 500 or so on up. I mean even with sideshow,
Right.
you get like a licensed
And if
statue. You're
it's
looking at
XM Studios, it's even more. XM and
yeah,
Prime 1 charge
exactly.
way
XM
more.
Studios, Iron Studios. I mean you're
Some of
looking at
Prime
something that's more
1's
expensive.
some of Prime 1's Predators that are quarter scale are like $1,000, man.
Yeah.
I gotta agree with JB in here though, because like I wanted that Superman so bad from Sideshow, and that's like 550, and that looks so
Hmm.
good. It was
But
changing.
yeah, that looks so good, man. I mean, are you still on the fence about it or what?
I'm always on the fence on anything, but yeah, dude. Like, I mean, if this is 800, I get it. Like, it's custom, but I don't know.
It's
That's
also pretty limited too. I think that's one of the selling points when people buy into these is I think they only make around like 70 or so edition size, and that's a big thing for statue collectors.
and PJ. I know he's a big time Star Wars guy. PJ are gonna get this. So I don't know if even PJ, because it's kind of hard when it's third party too. But PJ says when it comes to NYC,
Dude,
okay, guys, okay.
I completely agree, PJ, dude. This is Sideshow could have done a better job with the portrait on this.
J Rod is pretty much a constructive criticism in here, but
They're gonna
There you
put this
go.
right next to the Moff Gideon with
dude,
that portrait.
Oh,
what is the price point that would be like acceptable for this kind of statue, for example?
they're supposed to be working updating that portrait a bit, man. So if depending on how
No,
that
it
comes
is
out,
800.
I'd consider $500 to $600.
500 to 600, right? Because they're unlicensed, so they
Right.
didn't pay for the license for this one. I know they took the liberty of like doing that, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is rough. This is rough. Speaking of rough,
Oh my gosh. Why are you torturing us tonight, man?
dude, it's slow news on. It's just slow news. we gotta work with what we have. Okay, so let's zoom it in because it's
Make it stop, please.
so this is DJ Customs, and this is a picture from Zhao, third party reviews. The in fairness to DJ Customs, the prototype was not good to begin with, so it's not like they're lying. It's not.
Man, that haircut, look at that
Yeah.
comb over, man.
And not only that, why is he smiling? Like, it legit smile. This is not those maniacal smile or anything. This is
Yeah.
a legit like
This is like, yeah, this is like legit. He's happy taking he's taking a photo of just smiling in the picture.
yeah, like
You know,
driver's license or something.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's his birthday or something, right?
Any one of you guys has DX11 or any Jokers in your collection?
Yeah, I've got a few. I've got the DX11 along with you know what? I got the Nicholson 1/6. I've got the Arkham Asylum Mark Hamill Joker, and I've got a Leto. I think it's the Arkham version.
Uh-huh.
So I've got a few of them, man. I mean, and even the worst of those, that Leto is
Dude, that letter
far
is
superior than this thing. It's pretty damn good.
good. Like, I mean, you can crap on the movie if you want, but as a figure, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. That sculpt, the paint app on that sculpt came out amazing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
but-
that,
the likeness is solid. How about you, Eddie?
Yeah.
Do you have any Joker, or do you have any plans on getting a Joker at all?
no, I started collecting too late, man. I love this trilogy, and I only started collecting a couple of years ago, and this thing was already skyrocketing, in price.
Yeah.
And so was the Batman. So I don't have any yet. I'm looking to get some. Maybe if they do a reissue like they did with Batman, then I would get into it. But I'm not looking to pay those higher prices for these, and I'm not gonna pick this up. So
That was my question. Is it, are you going to consider this?
well, Eddie, are you plan on picking up the DX19, the Batman?
yeah, with the Batpod,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered, but
Mhm.
yeah, I do want them. I had the third party Bane, the Daft Toys suit set. I had that, and I was gonna get it with that, and pose him with that.
J Rod says, "Are you going to review all the crappy stuffs tonight?" All right, J Rod.
Yes.
On to that. To Paradox, art is subjective, okay, and figures are subjective as well. This doesn't include that. You can be subjective all you want. This is a stupid figure. Look
No,
at
this is one of those things that's like
you gotta burn.
objective is defined clearly.
Yeah, you gotta burn. I mean, there's no other way.
Is it
And you know what
just
the sad part for this too? This is $300.
wow?
Why? Where are you getting $300 out of this bad boy?
Is it because it comes with the desk and everything? They're
Yeah,
trying
I
to
think
like
they
say it's a
copied.
deluxe.
Yeah, I think they copied the X11 to the T. That it came with with a desk. I don't know if it came with a backdrop because Jao hasn't posted his review yet. Uh, but it's rooted here. That's their calling card. They were like, "Hey, we made it rooted here." So
Sure.
yeah, so we're gonna price $300.
So this is one of those things like TFA Chewy, right? I mean, just take a little bit of futzing and you could probably polish it up a little bit, right?
And they said, like, I mean, you give them credit. Like the hands doesn't have one of those. What do you call that? The joints. Because apparently it's one
Oh,
whole
they're seamless.
arm. Yeah, they're seamless. But yeah, I mean, look at the collar. It's like ginormous here. And mind you, this is not one of those things where it's a if you put in a better lighting or whatever. This is a pretty good picture.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty good picture.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I love how the pencil sticks up too from the table. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, kind of like the X11. Yeah, I think it's like totally the X11. Like
Oh, dude,
it has to be upside down, but
I didn't
but
even
still.
notice the pencil. That's right.
yeah, you got the lamp as well. So this is DX11. I would say the bootleg DX11. But the funny thing is, it's more expensive than DX11 because DX11 is what originally $270.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
now it's crazy high, but
But that was a long time ago, man. I mean, you're looking at inflation nowadays, and that thing, if it gets reissued, you're easily looking 300 plus.
yeah, but not this guy though. I mean,
Not, yeah.
yeah, you're not you're excluded from inflation. I mean,
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
I
wait
think
for a
if-
coupon.
I think if the hair was sculpted, it might look better. I think that's what throws it off, kind of too, is just how poofy
Just
the hair
is it just the hair, Eddie?
There's a
That's
lot of
throwing it off.
going on
No, I mean, there's other stuff, but that would be like my first fix on it.
in the hair. I would smile too. I mean, the paint application looks decent.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
it's the smile. I don't know where they got this sculpt.
Yeah, I think it's everything under the eyes, because I think the forehead and in the eyes, I can see the Joker. It's just when it gets to like the ears and down is when it loses me.
And this is their prototype. And
See, because this
even the
picture looks way
prototype
better.
is better.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a little better because it's like the head is tilting down and he's kind of looking up, and the hair is a bit.
I'll say the hair looks better in this prototype pick.
Yeah,
it does.
hair's a bit tamed.
Yeah, exactly.
The eyes.
And maybe
look a
maybe
little
that's all it
big
is.
here,
Maybe it just needs a little bit taming for the actual production piece.
Maybe. Oh, I don't know. A little taming would tame this guy, but how much would you guys pay for this? Obviously, we're in agreement here that this is not worth $300. But
No.
yeah, how much?
You know what?
Say you're dire need for a Joker, and this is the only one available. How much would you pay for this?
Well, what else does it come with? What are the other accessories that this thing comes with?
Apparently, it's like DX11, like the tables, the chair,
Yeah.
So
handcuffs.
tables and chairs, all the knives, handcuffs,
Right,
pencils,
knives.
deck of cards, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't have the second sculpt though. It doesn't have the laughing head sculpt.
You know what? I would probably pay like 150 max for this thing. Take out the head sculpt, and I would hit up. I'll probably consider hitting up Waddle's scrapyard.
True.
You know, get
probably
a
could,
custom
yeah.
sculpt.
Yeah, you'll probably get a better head sculpt on eBay at this point.
Or yeah, there's a ton
Sure.
of this head sculpt. Like a ton of companies do this sculpt. But I would agree with Mario. I think 150 would probably be a better price. for it.
PJ's being
Well, that's
dark,
at most.
man. I don't know what's going on with PJ, but he's been
Jeez.
pretty negative this past few days. Him and Will.
Dang, man.
Dude, I'm the only like voice of reason around here now. God damn.
I think PJ's still upset that we didn't play. What was it, Resident Evil?
Resident Evil.
Yeah. So
Jeez. Eddie, tell me you played Resident Evil, please.
I haven't, man. I haven't
Yo.
played any Resident Evil game.
So
wow. Ejecto
Oh,
Cito,
man.
cuz.
Oh man.
my God, PJ, they just renewed like 2 Resident Evils recently, like the 2 of them. They what do you call that? Remastered. They're one of the best games that they released. Like, do you play any games, Eddie, at all?
Yeah. I used to play a lot more. I think now all I ever play is Call of Duty, but I used to play a lot of different games when I was younger. Uh, but now I've just been playing Black Ops Cold War.
When you were younger, how you look
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
I'm curious.
for?
Younger than I am.
Well,
Okay, I'm 28.
whoa, take it easy
Okay.
now.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Don't pull your back out there. God damn, when I was younger. You see, hey Eddie, you can't use that when I was younger, when if you're 28. Because that when you're younger, that means that was a year ago. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Me even more so, guys.
Let's
Okay,
not
when I was in school. Is that better?
okay.
Sure.
Fair enough. All right.
Uh,
We're done with the crappy figures. No, we're not. As a matter of fact, my bad, J Rod.
oh,
There's no
Oh,
good
man.
what else do we got, man?
well, Blitzway. Mario, you suggested this too. Well, not the
Oh
one
yeah.
suggested. Well, it looks
All
like
right.
this this no, this is an actual picture, an in-hand picture. What do you guys think about this?
You know what? I was so disappointed in the end results. I mean, you know what? To be fair, I don't think the prototypes look that great, but I was excited for the potential of these movies. I mean, I don't know about Eddie. I mean, considering how young he is, but I mean, you know, our age group up, Bill and Ted, you know, they were a thing, right? Wild Stallions. So I was excited about this release, but I mean, seeing the end results, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's just not Bill and Ted, as far as the portraits are concerned. Now, the all of the accessories, the details of the tailoring, the figure itself, the seamless arms, I think it looks great.
Yeah.
It's just the sculpt. The sculpt could use a little bit more work, but I'm sure the paint ups are on point. You know, Blitzway puts out some pretty
Keanu.
quality stuff.
Yeah, the Keanu was really awesome,
Worse.
in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other one, I haven't seen this movie, guys. I'm sorry. But
Eddie, I haven't seen the movie.
yeah, I haven't seen any of the Bill and Ted movies. So like I don't know anything about the characters, but I think just from like looking at pictures of the characters and stuff, the Keanu Reeves character is his face sculpt is more off than the other one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
prototype pictures. I think they look all right, but man, let me tell you. Okay, so let me just go back to the chat real quick in here because Lewis, uh, he said the quality of the stream is pretty good. Well, thank you, I appreciate that, Lewis. But Blitzway was pretty good. I don't know if you guys had their previous figures, but they're like comparable to Hot Toys at one point. They're
Yeah.
High Club, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
I have
Amazing.
the Antonio Banderas from Mask of Zorro or
Yeah, and
Wait, say his name again.
Antonio Banderas.
Ay, que chulo.
Yeah.
man, that's sexy.
But I love that. I think the sculpt on that one's pretty spot on, you know.
I would say they're pretty good. I don't
And
know.
then with the Stallone that they just did, that's really good too, right?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
Oh, I'm thinking of a different company.
Are you thinking about that Rambo figure?
Rambo?
Yeah.
That's
Was that
re-
Blitzway?
That's 3-0, isn't it?
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But this is the prototype. So I mean, Keanu here looks
That
better.
one looks better.
That looks better. Compared to this. You can say it's the angle, but no, the eyes is different and all that stuff. But I like the seamless arms, like Mario said. I mean, for the price, I think this is like $400, right, Mario? So it's not too bad.
That sounds about right. No, it's not bad considering the twin pack.
Yeah.
I mean, $200 a figure. I mean, I think you're getting a lot with it too.
Right.
You know? I mean, if you guys can just look past the sculpt, I mean, the paint apps on these things again, I mean, they're phenomenal. It's just the sculpt is a little.
If I'm being
weak.
honest, they look kind of creepy, dude. Like the
They-
way they
yeah.
look at you with their
They kinda do.
smiles and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
not gonna lie. Yeah.
yeah,
Now, do their eyes look like a little bit red, like around their eyes,
Maybe there's
as if?
something.
yeah, they're very baggy. You know.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
least the smile is not as creepy as Ant-Man, though. I at least we can say that. This is,
Yeah.
I guess, a proper way of doing a smile, I suppose. Not like somebody's gonna stalk you at night, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, but Ted looks a little uncomfortable there, man. I mean,
Hey,
I don't know.
if that's my shirt, I mean,
Yeah, it looks like he just farted or something.
Lane coming through again, man. Okay, so you guys answered this. Are you guys familiar with Big Chief Studios?
I am not.
No, I've heard of them, but no, I can't say that I'm too familiar with them.
Yeah, me too, Lane. I heard about them because I know they were doing Maximus at one point and then they stopped it. And I was looking forward to that because it was licensed. Because I know Big Chief is doing mostly Doctor. What's that
Oh,
from
Doctor Who stuff.
Doctor Who? Yeah, those kind of stuff. But never really, move forward with them. I suppose they look okay from what I've seen on Big Bad. I was looking at their Maximus, the prototype at least, and I was gonna get it anyway, but it was like $300. But I don't think they got the funding that they needed. But yeah, well, appreciate that, Lane. Thank you for the super chat. Let's move forward to more bad figures in here.
This is okay,
Oh
okay,
man.
okay.
All right,
Jimmy, let's
Jimmy.
let's get into this. So
So you want to start off, Mario, or you want to start with the young pup?
I've
Wow.
seen, you know what? I've seen some good pics, and I've seen some really bad pics of this
That's
thing.
true.
You
Yeah,
know, this is one of those ones where I think that you have to have in hand to either to really make up your mind, or see it somewhere in person. Maybe like Frankincense, but
true.
but yeah, you know what? I really really wanted to love this figure, man, but it's just like I said. There's just too many b- bad shots and just fairly few good shots. Now I know one of our Patreons from Collecting Weekly picked this up, and he made it look really really good. I mean, you get him in the right pose and the right lighting, along with all of his accessories. He doesn't look too bad, but this shot right here isn't. I don't think this isn't doing him any
I
justice.
think I think his only complaint about it was that it needs a new paint job on the face.
It looks
Yeah, the
like it. It
pinups.
looks really
Yeah,
flat for even from this
Um,
picture right here. I mean, the stash, it looks just
I'm not a super big fan of rooted hair, so I wouldn't want it just for that.
yeah,
I love Hendrix, but I don't like rooted hair.
yeah. It's really a black art with rooted hair, isn't
Yeah.
damn, J Rod. It's a solid 50 if I'm
it? If
drunk.
I'm drunk, wow.
He's always
Wow.
drunk too. So, but the prototype looks promising, right? Like
It
initially,
Yeah,
did.
the prototype look good.
But you know what? They have the lighting to make this thing look great, man. And it's
right?
just unfortunately,
I don't even think he used a bunch of. I think it's overexposed by a little, but I don't think this is blasting with a what do you call this? Like a flash on his face. I mean, it's
no.
obviously not a DSLR. It looks like a camera phone.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
lighting does appear a little harsh on the left hand side,
Yeah, but
but
the hair, I mean, that's not the camera's fault too. It looks just, yeah. I mean, I
yeah,
don't even know how to futz this thing right here.
Yeah.
that's why it comes with a hat.
True.
Right?
All right. So we're getting there, guys. So upcoming releases. I know me and Mario were talking about this. Chinese New Year is around the corner. I should know. Summation. And hey, man, whenever I can play that card,
Hey, right? You do what you got to do.
hey, it's my brother right here. Paradox got kicked in the nuts. Oh, come on, man.
Oh wow!
You just
How dare you, PJ?
I'm telling you, man,
Wow.
PJ is going to the dark side for real. I mean, this is just concerning to me. Um, Alabama Wyatt is asking, yes, it's Blitzway. Irie, what's up, man? What's going on? Eddie, another Eddie. They make a Civil War quarter scale Black Panther statue. Yeah, I don't know about that because he's. I don't know. Does the license go away? Maybe not, right? Because
I
Kobe,
don't. I wouldn't think so.
yeah, they did
It's
Kobe
it's
again.
it's the studios that hold that'll distribute the licenses to the um to the toy
True.
makers or whoever. Yeah.
All right, so I just got this 85 today. Um,
Yeah.
it looks decent. It looks okay. But I know. So how many are out now? So we got one, two, three. So just three so far.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we're gonna see some of these guys get released, or at least half of them before Chinese New Year?
You know what? That cap has been rumored to be released for about a week now.
Yeah, it keeps
Yeah.
everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it's dropping next week. It's dropping next
Yeah.
week."
Yeah, I've
Oh,
seen so many posts, dropping tomorrow or dropping tonight or keep an eye out. Here comes Cap or something, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to be dropping pretty soon. But we're all still waiting, right?
So out of these guys, who are you guys getting or excited for? How about
I
you?
have. I'm really now. I really want to check out the Mark 85 myself personally. You know what? From everything that I've seen, I think it looks really good with just the helmeted sculpt.
Mhm.
The portrait that it comes with already the Tony Stark portrait. It's fine. I don't think I haven't seen it in hand. I mean, I'm really curious to hear what you have to say, Optical. But I mean, just from what I've seen, it doesn't seem that bad of a figure to me. And for me, it's an Iron Man that I want. It's the last suit.
Right.
However, it's not the battle damage suit, right? And I know that's what a lot of collectors are waiting for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I really want to check this piece out because I think it's going to be a while before we see the battle damage suit. Also, I think it's
I think
scheduled like later this year.
I think I'm most hyped for that Hellboy, man. I'm like the only person probably in the Hot Toys community that's super hyped for that freaking Hellboy.
It doesn't look bad.
It doesn't
Dude,
look
it
bad.
looks great.
I'm with you, Eddie. Like I think I'm Iron Man out because when I got this Iron Man, I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, and I'm gonna do a review on it.
Hmm.
But I think I'm more excited for something that's kind of new, like
Yeah,
this
something different.
yeah.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
I
it's
I didn't hate the movie. So like I'm a Hellboy fan, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that I like it even though everybody hates it, but
sure.
the accessories and everything, I'm even probably gonna get two of these just so I can have him in his BPRD uniform and then so I could have him as a Anungun Rama as well, you know? But
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
getting the Hellboy, I'm getting the Cap, and I'm still debating on the Heavy Mando or not. I don't know how I am if I'm gonna
yeah.
get that or not. But with Iron Man, I I actually think I like the 50 better. So the way my Iron
Hmm.
Man collection
Mm,
is like I get select few. I don't need all of them. But I am a bigger fan of the 50 than I am of the 85.
that's
You
fair.
know what, PJ brings up a good point. These 85 figures are dropping from what I've seen overseas, aren't they? Aren't
They
the
are.
prices like getting really a lot cheaper? I mean, even cheaper than Sideshow right now.
Oh yeah, they are
And
cheaper,
that's
and
and that is shipped.
surprisingly, because we talked about it, on his stream as well. Like people wanted this because of the head sculpt being gonna be rare or whatnot. I mean, this is your
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
chance, right? Like, so you shouldn't
Yeah.
wait because if you wait, but why is it dropping? If everyone's thinking that way, they should just grab it now. But apparently, because especially if you're in the U.S., because there's a possibility that we might keep both head sculpt. Like with side
Hmm.
we're not
Yeah.
dealing with Hot Toys directly. That's the premium that we're paying for Sideshow. So there's a possibility that if you write Sideshow, they might just send you the head sculpt. I'm not
Yeah,
saying,
and you know what?
but
Yeah, we'll find out soon because we know that a lot of collectors are being charged already for their Sideshow pre-orders, and
I got
they
my
should.
Sideshow, so
You got yours from Sideshow.
Sideshow, yeah.
So did you get? Okay, can I ask if you got the sculpt that it came with?
I got the prototype, not the prototype, but
The original sculpt.
the original sculpt, yeah, the controversial.
Okay.
But, like, am I going to keep that? Depending on what the other sculpt would be, we'll see. Because honestly, both sculpts is not spot on Tony.
No,
You know,
no, they're not.
they're
But I
both.
mean, yeah, everybody is really more favorable towards the Mark 50 sculpt than they are towards the 85.
Yeah, if I had to do, I mean, I'm gonna make a video out of it. But if I have to make like a quick assessment of what I saw, it's the paint application that's really bad. That it doesn't
Yeah,
fit Hot Toys. If the paint
yeah.
application was on par with Mark 50, I think people would be a little bit more receptive to it. But it's
Optical. Did you get your Solo Deluxe yet?
which one?
The Solo Deluxe. Didn't you have that one coming in
Oh,
from
I
Big Bad?
did. I did. Yep, dude. I,
So
I put it on the members' videos, man. See, Mario. You know what?
Dang. Dang, Mario.
God,
Ejectocito, right?
Yeah.
let's put Lane in here. So apparently, we're
Oh,
gonna get Jimmy too. Jimi Hendrix, because he said here too. Like, I didn't know Paradox is into music, man. I didn't know this.
the things you learn, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Paradox
nice
is
to get to know
kind of
people.
even more expensive one he sells out.
Yes,
Um,
yeah, I agree.
yeah,
That one is looking to be a low production run, and the same thing is going to happen like with the Duracell Mando. As soon as that thing hits waitlist, FOMO is going to kick in. Everybody's going to want it. You're going to see a bunch of posts in search of heavy Mando, and the price is just going to skyrocket.
Well, the Durasteel, I thought the Durasteel did sell out.
No,
Is it
it did.
also?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see the same thing happening with the heavy Mando as well.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of getting a little bit of FOMO with that one, but I was waiting for him to go in stock on Sideshow.
Yeah, but I think like PJ mentioned earlier, just get it because you want it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, no,
don't
that's why I'm
fall
on
for
the
the hype.
fence.
That's another thing too. I see a lot of collectors just basically falling for the hype of FOMO because we all know it's a real thing,
Yeah.
but get it because you really want it. Like for me, I'm the crazy Star Wars completist, so I've got IG-88 already on, or I'm sorry, IG-11, excuse me, and the and Heavy Mando on order. So I'm already getting those two already. So I mean the Heavy Mando for me is already paid off. I'm just waiting for Sideshow stock to arrive.
Lane says I must love all my ugly statues. You damn right,
Oh,
Lane. Damn right.
Wow.
Love them ugly. You know, just put a bag on their head as long as they got a nice body, like a shrimp.
right. It only
Hey
yeah, it
man,
doesn't matter from the neck below, right?
love shrimps, man. You throw away the head, you just eat the body. All right. Dude, another thing, this Spider-Man right here, this is really tempting me because this stealth suit Spidey. I mean, I have no intention of picking this up for $300, but I've seen this for like 220.
Didn't it drop to almost 150?
That is the non-deluxe version.
Oh, okay. All right. All
You know,
right.
like the base is amazing. So I am
Yeah.
tempted. I mean, I like bases and dynamic bases like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, for 220, if you think about it, you get this beautiful base that if you buy this on eBay by itself, for example, you're gonna pay upwards of 100. So to
For
get the
sure.
figure basically for just $100, I think it's a steal. But at the same time, how long is this gonna stay fresh in your mind? This is one of those purchases that you make, and then like few months down the line, you're gonna be like, oh man, it's just taking the space in here. Why did I purchase this thing?
Yeah.
Now, are you thinking about picking this up just because of the price? I mean, just picking it up on impulse? Or is this something that you're really considering that you might want in the collection?
I did pre-order this because I do love Spider-Man, and like I said, I'm a sucker for bases like this because on photography did just look good.
Yeah.
Um, and I was just like, all right, I can put in different angles because I was kicking myself when I didn't pick up the black Spider-Man on Spider-Man 2 back then with the
Mm-hmm.
Sandman, because back then that was like retailing for 120, 140. And at that time,
Wow.
you got to understand that was high for us because we're coming off like a Two-Face that is $90. So we're just like, oh man. I mean, this Black Spider-Man
The
3,
good old days, man.
we were just like, man, I just got Two-Face for 90. I don't know if I want to pay 140 for this. Dude, imagine that we're saying that. And back then, Bane was like 150, 160 for us. So we're just like, hey,
Man.
so I passed on that, and I'm still kicking myself, and I kind of want to get that Sandman base, but it's going up for 120. It's not worth it. It's not. So I'm kind of like thinking that well, I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's a really good looking Spider-Man suit. So if you're a Spider-Man fan, just having the suit, I'd say it's worth it for if you can get it for that good of a price with the base. The base lights up too, right?
It does. It's pulsates and everything. So
Yeah, and you could do, you could use that for pictures with any
yeah.
Spider-Man figure you have, or
Sure.
So are you guys picking up this stick Mando, Eddie?
I'm thinking about it.
Thinking about it?
I'm on the fence because I go back and forth with how I collect, man. So like
Yeah.
I'm collecting Mandalorian stuff, mostly the Mandalorian himself, or like I'll get the Moff Gideon and stuff. But I really liked the Heavy Mando in season 1, and so I'm thinking and plus I'm a big Jon Favreau fan, so the fact that it's him in that suit, or like
Yeah.
it makes me want to have it even more. And I like the gun, dude. The gun is sick.
So let's talk about FOMO. Does FOMO still exist nowadays, considering that there's always a chance of reissue?
I don't. Yeah, that's true. But this man, I don't know. Unless he's back in another season,
Yeah.
or I don't. I just don't see like a one-off character like this getting reissued ever.
You don't think so?
Not with something like this. I mean, they could reissue any of these other characters on here,
Yeah.
except for maybe IG-11 or Spider-Man, the Night Monkey suit. But yeah, I don't see it happening with it. I think this one's gonna be really limited, and once he's gone, he's gone. I don't think.
You could be right, because like the FOMO nowadays is, like obviously if you don't buy it, you might buy it expensive, like in the aftermarket. The Mark 47 was kind of like a suit that, it's good visually, but it really
Mhm.
has no relevance whatsoever. Not that it doesn't, but compared to the other suit, like I mean, came into home to a Spider-Man movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, the suit is beautiful. The color,
Yeah.
it just became so popular. And I feel like anytime that something like that happens, like Hot
That
would capitalize on it, you know.
you could be right there because I think the 47 is kind of one out of left field too. Like I understand it's Iron Man, but there are other suits they could have reissued before they released that or reissued that suit. So that is kind of one that's kind of out there. But I'm just thinking because it's Iron Man,
Yeah,
any suit has a possibility to get reissued.
dude, you can even say that it's a repaint because it is a 46.
Yeah.
That 47. It's just that it blew up so quickly, and you know, so in under 2 years they decided to reissue that. I would say, like FOMO nowadays. I mean, it is real, especially with Star Wars. Because the thing is, even if you missed out on this, you would wait at least maybe a minimum of 2 years before you can get your hands on one.
Mm.
So depending on how, you know, how, I guess, patient you are or flexible you are, uh, the initial reaction is, hey man, if you got the funds, go get it. But you know,
Yeah.
obviously not everyone has the funds. You know, sometimes you got to choose between figures and whatnot. Um,
Yeah.
if you're choosing between these two, I would say get IG-11 instead. You know, like let's just say not you personally, but like if you are deciding, I would say IG-11 has a more chance of going up in price than if you miss
Yeah.
I would
then.
agree. And then I would say IG-11 like he's gonna fit in better with the collection too as well, because having him next to Mando would make more sense than having the heavy Mando there, I guess.
Unless we see Heavy Mando come back and do something like really, really cool, then everybody's gonna want him.
Oh yeah, he all of a sudden he
Yeah,
comes out and just
definitely.
mow, you know, everyone. Mario, did you pre-order this cap?
I did, yeah. I do have him coming in. I'm gonna hold on to that pre-order too. I'm really. Here's the thing. I want to have some sort of Avengers display,
Mm-hmm.
and like I mentioned before, I have the battling cap and the Mark 46 from the Civil War, both of them. And gosh, those two look so good together, right? But I mean, I really want to see if this new cap it will be the definitive cap, and would it be enough for me to actually finally sell the
Yeah.
battle version cap along with the 46 and just move on with the latest and greatest.
What is your biggest complaint on this cap, though?
My biggest complaint,
Yeah, the one that
um,
where you can't, because the reason why you can't let go of your other cap.
you know what? Considering how many caps that we've gotten and they still for some reason can't get the proportions right. After seeing the comic concept, that one I thought was perfect. Proportion wise, they
Yeah.
nailed it. You know,
Mhm.
the traps to the
Right.
shoulders, you know, to
I
the
just
arms, to the
got that
chest.
one.
I
I just
agree.
got
Yeah,
that one and I love
it's a
it.
pretty good looking figure, huh, Eddie?
Right.
Yeah, it looks good. The traps are perfect. I think it's the traps that really throw
Right.
off all the
Yeah.
others.
All the proportions on that cap are perfect. Now, if they can implement those proportions onto
And
this cap, and at the same time, the um the scale armor, I don't.
mm,
I'm not a fan of the flat blue paint. I was hoping that it would be some sort of gradient like it was in the movie, or it was gradient, right? Or was it just like a lighting effect?
Oh, I think it's
It,
great. I think you're
it
right.
is. I
Gradient.
could have sworn that there was some sort of gradient in there, but anyway, I think those are the two main things that are concerning for me.
Yeah. James is right. You know, like the proportion of that concept, comic concept art. I mean, when he stands, he looks heroic. You know, like he chest
yeah.
pop.
Yeah,
This guy's chest is popping out for a wrong reason. It looks like there's a plate in his, you know, like his armor that's
hmm
too wide. But we shall see, because as good as that concept cap is, it's not the definitive cap. You know, like I didn't even purchase
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
of the way he is. Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
definitely.
not the cap that you want on your display. Because for me, one cap is fine with me.
sure.
Um, I can make an exception for Infinity War just because he has a stash, and I love stash. But
I
I
love the head sculpt on Infinity War.
you do,
Yeah, I like it a lot. I
really
think
like that
that's the
figure
nailed.
too.
I
yeah,
feel like they nailed the likeness the best on that one.
Yeah, and it's a totally different look, right, from just a normal clean cut
Yeah.
cat that we normally get.
right,
You know,
I
right.
and
haven't I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna throw that Infinity War sculpt on my concept cap. I have the Infinity War
yeah,
one in storage right now.
I've seen photos of other collectors doing that, and that looks. I like really how that looks.
That
Um.
that is a good proportion too. That Infinity War cap.
It does.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it has the stance as well. So
The
yeah,
the Disney D3
23.
yeah. Um. Didn't that one have no traps too?
That looks
People were
horrible in my opinion. That D23.
and
Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully they improved with this one.
I hope so. And any of these, do you think like the Cap? We've been hearing he's going to come out. I think in the past 2 weeks now,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't do that. Well, first and foremost, I don't have any contact from anything. The only contacts I have is Mario, um, and he's unreliable as you can tell.
Yeah. Hey, man.
He hasn't.
That
He
was
hasn't
just one time. Why you got to bring that up?
Wow.
but yeah, I mean, I hope at least two of these comes out. I'll take Cap because he's been being rumored for a while now, and Hellboy. IG-11, I could use some rest on my wallet for that. So
I
they
agree.
could come out in March if they want to.
Come
I
on,
have
man.
no intention of getting quarter scale Spidey and this um Tony Stark right here. They haven't changed the head sculpt. This is the one where people was really mad.
Oh yeah, that's true.
and that was the first clue, wasn't it? Weren't as soon as this picture dropped, wasn't everybody kind of like questioning that sculpt?
Right. They were like, what is this? Having it in hand though, I would say it's not horrible. It's okay. It's okay. They just weren't expecting that. I would say shitstorm from the people. So I mean, you don't mess with Tony. You don't mess with Tony.
Yeah.
That's Antonio Stark. That's,
Yeah.
that's what that is. But I gotta say too, you know what? Out of all these figures, I I am curious about the Hellboy because it's really nice to see something other than Marvel, DC, or Star Wars drop.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have a little bit of diversity in the collection.
I would say too. I know J Rod. I made that post. J Rod. I know J Rod. You took that Alita as well, right? Mario, you have Alita, right?
Yes, I love it, man.
Dude,
It is such a
that
go
is
ahead.
Hot Toys, right? Like you feel like they put everything in there that they have no intention of making another Alita. That's how
Yeah.
you feel when they made that Alita. Beautiful base. You got the purse, 2nd
Mhm.
outfit, and I mean, there's nothing else really that you would want. I mean, unless maybe a rooted hair, but you can live without a rooted hair, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could have imagined like a second sculpt, with the war paint underneath her eyes.
Right.
Mm.
Just to give us that look. I mean, it. But other than that, man, that's a damn near perfect figure.
I agree, and you felt the passion when they were doing it. Like when you unbox it, it was like, man, this even though the base has been
Mhm.
reused, right? But I
Sure.
mean, all the Marvel figures that we got, it's like this. The base was just generic. Pretty much, that's the oval base back in the day. So you
Yeah,
open
even
up,
even with
right?
Star
Like
Wars.
you can do it to other figures. It's still 250, and it has purse.
Mm.
But that's kind of like how I felt with Alita. Like that's the throwback Hot Toys, where like okay, if they make another Alita, cool. They'll cross the bridge when they get there. But
Mhm.
this one, they're gonna put all their best. Unlike Mando, like their Mando is so strategic that all right, we're gonna do a non-Beskar. Don't put Baby
Oh.
Yoda in there, so they can. So on the Beskar, we're gonna put Baby Yoda, but on the deluxe version, don't put the head sculpt. So we're gonna put that on season 2.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
I hope they approach Hellboy like this because I highly doubt that Hellboy is. We're gonna see another Hellboy.
I know, man. I don't know. I'm holding out hope they do a re-release of the Perlman one. Please,
True.
reissue.
Dude.
Yeah, but I love that Alita figure. I mean, when I saw the movie, I fell in love with the character like in general. I thought she was great.
Yeah, it was a
Just
good movie.
her innocence of coming to life and everything like that, and just discovering what it's like to be human or what have you. I mean, I really got a kick of that. You know what I mean? So
That's
the whole movie itself, I really really enjoyed it, and just to get the figure on top of that, I mean, it's great.
icing on the cake, man. Speaking of Hot Toys, all right. So I know your show is gonna be on Friday, right? So we got a bunch of people watching here not right now. It's awesome. Guys, check out they're gonna have a premiere pilot episode on Friday. So go definitely check it out. In and Out of Collecting. So I know you guys are going to introduce yourself there. So the beauty of being a reviewer or a YouTuber is you get first dibs on a lot of things. Not on Hot Toys myself. I get first dibs on Star Ace, Asmus, Enterbay, and even their first episode. I got a little first glimpse of that. So we're not gonna spoil that for you, obviously, to put some suspense in on Friday. But so I know you guys are collecting. I'm not going to ask you to introduce yourselves because you guys are going to do that on your show. But how did you guys get introduced to Hot Toys, Mario? Like, what was your first encounter and what was your first reaction to it?
Frankenstein's. I remember seeing the Mark II Iron Man I think it was the Unleashed armor, or it might have been the one before, but one of them just sitting up in a display case, and I was like, "What is that?" You know,
Mhm.
it's another 12-inch Iron Man, but it just looks so clean, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, and then I started looking more into it because at the time I wasn't really collecting much. I had kind of quit, but I was kind of in transitions between something else, and that's when like I think Black Series kind of started to drop to the 6-inch, and I was
Mhm.
still kind of getting into that. But then, dude, I mean, after that, I just started looking into it more and more and more. And then I think one of the things that sold me is that when I saw a pre-order for a '66 Adam West Batman and Robin,
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, that's my jam, right? So I wanted to go all in on that. And then I started looking, I saw their the armory, the Dark Knight Armory, right? That was my first pre-order that I actually put down Hot Toys wise. My first Hot Toys in hand was I think it was the Light Asgardian Thor,
Mhm.
and I've been hooked ever since.
Was that
Wow.
kind of would you say that that was your first encounter with like because I don't collect anything more expensive than hot toys. That is as far as I would
Sure.
do a statue. So was that your first dip into what do we call this? Not just 1/6, but kind of like an expensive,
Something more premium, high end
yeah,
figure.
premium high
Yeah.
end collectibles. Is that your first encounter to that, or you've been?
You know what? If you want to consider some of the stuff that I was collecting before, there was a kind of high end version of it, but it wasn't as expensive as or as extensive as Hot Toys,
Mhm.
right? I mean, they were just overall upscaled, better versions of what I was collecting, but it was like nowhere near the realness of that we were getting with 1/6 scale Hot Toys.
How
So
about you, Eddie? What's your first encounter with hot toys?
Oh man. So I my brother was collecting before me,
Oh,
and he actually I think I saw my first Hot Toy through him. I think he got either the Mark One Ultron or the Mark Two Iron Man. I think he had. I don't remember which one he got first, but I remember he had both of those, and he would open them up with me, and we'd take a look at them. And I remember thinking they were super cool, but I was like, I can't imagine spending this kind of money on like a hobby or like these kind of things, you know. I never would do that. I thought it was way too much money. But so I actually started collecting pops, and I was like, okay, this is cool for me. Like, I get a collectible, it's $10. I'm gonna stick in this general area, and then I start collecting, and I start watching YouTube, and I'm seeing all these different Hot Toy things, and still, holding firm, like I'm never gonna get into Hot Toys, never. And then Infinity War came out, and Infinity War Thor was up for pre-order, and I was like, oh, this looks really sick. So that was actually I went ahead and I ordered that on Sideshow, and I got that in hand, and once I got that one, dude, it was downhill. Like I
did you
love
close
that
your eyes
Thor.
when you hit pre-order? Because how much it is for?
Yeah, it was rough, dude. To like hit my first pre-order, I remember thinking like, geez, man, like I don't know how I'm gonna be able to like afford collecting
Yeah,
these.
sure.
But
dude, my first pre-order, like I mentioned earlier, was that Armory. So imagine my
That's
sticker
six
shot.
hundred
What was
dollars.
it like? That was a six
wow.
hundred dollar piece, right?
Dollars,
And
yeah.
that was the first thing that I put down on Sideshow.
But if you
Wow.
So
break down that armory though, I mean for 600 you get three figures basically, which is
yeah,
the DX19 by itself is like $300, right? So basically you're getting Bruce Wayne, Alfred in the armory for $300. So that's a pretty good value. But then again, that was what like 2017 maybe
yeah,
2015. Yeah.
yeah. I mean that a lot did come with that. I mean, considering with all the accessories and the armory itself, and like you said, three figures and the option of to either display Bruce Wayne in a Batman suit or in his regular suit attire. You know,
Dude,
so
those are the golden age, man.
yeah.
So so I know you guys have been collecting. I know Mars has been collecting for a while, and Eddie, it looks like you started around Infinity War. So that was like 2, 3 years ago.
Yeah, the end of 2017, I think, was when I started collecting.
All right, so it's been a while. So what I know. Do you guys met at Collecting Weekly, or you guys know each other beforehand?
Oh yeah, I didn't start talking to Mario until I started subbing to Collecting Weekly, and I mean, I had seen him and Danny. I tell them this all the time, dude. Like, him and Danny are popular just for being in chats of every YouTuber's like chat, dude. They're everywhere, man.
I'm not
You
gonna
know?
lie, man. I found out about collecting weekly through Mario and Danny. Because
Oh,
when I first started streaming, there's I got a bunch of viewers. There's like two. It's Mario and Danny. So we were just like, it was so awkward, by the way. So I know you guys are starting, and it's gonna be awkward the first time you do the first time you do live. And I know we got some you know people in the chat here. I know KG started like live streaming. I saw the notification. Um, JB as well. It'll be weird. It'll be awkward. It's discouraging because imagine, like I was just telling Mario earlier, when I first started streaming, that's when the pandemic hits. It was around to February, so I went live and I was
Yeah,
just, and
I remember.
9,000 subscribers. People are gonna be here right away. There's like three, Mario, Danny, and Austin. He got kicked,
I
but
think we got a little bit of a kickstand because it's not on our like it's on collecting weekly. You know what I mean? And they already have an established
Yeah.
yeah,
subscriber base, and then we have the Patreonies are gonna be watching on Friday too. So we
true.
kind of got that kickstart. You know?
Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
little bit of a head start out there. So,
Yeah.
oh, what
Yeah. Big thank you to Zach and Dean for making our dreams come true.
Yeah.
But speaking of dreams coming true, what made you guys decided to finally put this into to YouTube?
You know what? This was a show. Zach had always talked about putting something together. I mean, about a California-based show because they had so many people that were commenting that lived out in California. You
Yeah.
know,
And
and we were just chatting sometime, and he brought it up, and Eddie and I just on a whim are like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, and that was
yeah,
it.
because we used to play Among Us like on the weekends, and me, Danny, Mario, and Zach, we'd stay up pretty late having chats, and we were kind of like, our chats are pretty funny, they're pretty good, like might as well, put them into a live chat and see if we could turn it into a show. That's kind of how it started. Was just talking about it like that.
I live in Illinois, and I know you guys in California. Is it harder to because is it more first question? Is it more expensive to buy in Frank and Sons than Sideshow? I'm assuming it is, right?
It didn't used to be.
It used to be. Okay.
It is now, unfortunately.
Right. Like, even if it's like available at Sideshow, I'm assuming that's more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you may
Yeah,
find a deal here and there, but it's highly unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started collecting, if it was better to buy a Frankincense because you could get it for a deal. You could at least get it for without shipping and tax. And now most of the booths charge like on top of shipping and tax, so you can still get it cheaper from Sideshow, including shipping and tax. So
Man, we got
yeah,
everyone in California.
the only benefit to Frankincense is if I wouldn't say it's a benefit if you collect Hot Toys because I don't really think there's any. I mean, you might get a good deal on some stuff here or there, like Mario said, but it's more for 112 or other stuff. Like there's a lot of good places to get deals on, different 112 stuff like SH and Mezco and Storm Collectibles, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Hot Toys, it's better to just go off of Sideshow or a comic shop. Comic shops give you good deals. I think that's the best place to buy them.
Yeah, I mean, some sideshow. Frankenstein's can seem like somewhat of a display room or what have you for.
That's
for
what I was
sideshow.
telling Mario. We're gonna talk about it on the episode, but it's a good to go to Frankenstein's just to get an idea of how something looks in person. That's kind of what I use it for, just to go, because a lot of people have their stuff out on display, and you can really see. It's better than just watching a review on YouTube because you can see it in person, and you can kind of see if you want it or not. That's what Frankincense is good for.
Thanks, Eddie. You just crap on my channel. Yeah.
Oh man,
How dare you?
No, but seriously though, is it harder though to resist? Because if you go to Frank and Sons and then you see that, because you at least you guys have so many options. Like I'm in Chicago, I'm sure there's comic shops in here, but I don't really go out of my way to like drive around, and because you got to find ways. And I'm not even sure. I don't want to call around if they have this figure or not. But unlike you guys, where you can just walk in and see it right there, and the Hot Toys, they call you. They're like
Mhm.
magnets. They're like. So is it harder to resist once you're out there? It's like, oh man, I gotta take this home. You know.
It depends on the deal. I mean, if there's something out there that is calling for you and you can get that deal,
Hmm.
then dude, hell yeah, that's the bonus, man. Just jump on
Yeah.
that.
If it's
But
a
what's happened to
deal,
me, what's
yeah.
happened? Well, yeah, there you can. But what's happened to me a couple times lately is that I've seen something posted that I really really want. However, it's a little bit more. The price is a little bit up there, even for eBay, and I see it for a price here, and I'm like, "Ah, God, that's just way too much." And then later, like a few days later, I'll check on eBay, and it's even more expensive than what they had it at Frankincense for. So I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
yo, I should have just jumped on that.
Yeah.
It was like borderline of how much I would been willing to pay.
And there is some stuff that you don't see on eBay for better prices anyway. So like for instance, I want a Hot Toys Prince Dastan from Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
I really want that, and it's selling on eBay for like 300 or in that
Okay.
area,
That's
and they have
a
it
big
at
figure,
Frankincense
man.
for around the same. And so it kind of like when I see that in person, I'm like always tempted to get it, even though I'd want to spend a little less on it. It's
So
not
you
that
saw it
bad
in
of a
person?
deal there.
You saw it in
Huh?
person? That's
Yeah, they have it at one of the booths there.
and you still want to get it?
Oh yeah, I really want to get it. I like. I'm never gonna get another figure from that movie, dude, and I like that movie so.
Oh, the Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's one of those figures back then, because like back. It's funny now we're complaining about, it's either Marvel or Star Wars. Back then we're complaining about Predators and Terminators and repaint of Iron Man. So we're like, oh man. So when
Yes.
Prince of Persia came along, we were just like, oh man, I got to get this Prince of Persia, and then I got it. It still holds up pretty well up to this point. I think
Yeah.
the hair is kind of like weird, but
Yeah, it is a little.
I mean it's also like 2010. I think that figure is around back then.
Yeah, it's pretty old,
Yeah.
man.
It's
Alongside with 6 scale and quarter scale, I mean, there's all kinds of other things that you can find over there that you wouldn't even think about. Um, whatever. Well, we discuss it on the show, So let's go ahead and save all that bit for Friday.
exactly. All right. So okay. So we're almost getting to an hour. We don't obviously want to put out everything out there, so people always has to tune in on Friday, and also we're getting to after dark. So I just want to thank
Oh
everyone,
man.
man. It's been an awesome night. We had like a lot of people today, so thank you for watching, guys, and also support these guys. They're gonna have this pilot show on Friday. So guys, take us home. Let them know when to find you, where to find you guys, and when to find you.
Guys, we're gonna be on the Collecting Weekly YouTube channel. Come check us out on Fridays. We're gonna have a live premiere party for our pre-recorded inaugural episode at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So please come check us out. Let us know what you think in the comments, and you know what? We hope to stream more often. So we're really looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to everyone's thoughts on the show and having everybody there. And Optical, thank you for having the both of us tonight, man. We
Yeah.
really appreciate everything that you've done for us. Not just
Yeah.
having us tonight, but there's a little something that you had to do with the show that Eddie and I are just honored that you were a part of. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Optical, man. All the support, dude. That means a lot. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
anytime, guys. All right. Well, again, thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next stream. All right. Have a good night and stay safe.